Captain America, the Winter Soldier. This movie is Marvel, or actually comic book movies, Martin Scorsese masterpiece. This is The Godfather. This is North by Northwest. This is the best movie that I think that a comic book movie has ever done. Now, you can debate Endgame and a couple of other ones, one of the Batman movies, but I think this one was acted out and done better than other ones. This was almost a spy movie. It's almost a spy thriller. It's not even really I mean, they could have taken away the costumes and the superpowers, and they could have written this straight, and it would have still been a great spy thriller. This was great. A large international spy organization is infiltrated by their enemy. And not only have they been infiltrated, but their enemy has been in there for years. And some of the high-ranking people, in fact, the most high-ranking person in there is one of their enemies. They've been controlling them for a long time, like a parasite. They've been in there controlling what they do. So they're thinking, just imagine if the mob infiltrated the FBI and the highest ranking person in the FBI was actually a mob guy. And he was controlling what the FBI did for the benefit of the mob. And it had been that way for years. It would be real hard to determine which one was the good guy and the bad guy in a situation like that. But that's what you have with Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Captain America finds himself in a position where he has to do what's best for America, or what's right for his job. His job is he's essentially a SHIELD agent, but he believes that what SHIELD is attempting to do now may be bad for America. So even though SHIELD is technically the good guys, but they've been infiltrated, no one knows that at that point. Even though SHIELD is technically the good guys, Cap will do what's best for America. So he has to turn on SHIELD. And his best friend from childhood, they say from birth to earth, from the cradle to the grave, from the womb to the tomb, this is his best friend for life, has become a Russian asset and is targeting Captain America. So actually he was targeting Nick Fury, but Captain America's going to get in between that. He's going to get a piece of that. So they have one of the most epic battles. His fight with Batroc the Leaper at the beginning of the movie, and his fight with the Winter Soldier in the middle and the end of the movie. There are 3 epic fights in here, and all of them are Captain America fights. And he's the star of the show, so you would figure. And in each one of these fights, well, the last one, he kind of, maybe he didn't win so much. But in each one of these fights, he is giving out the business. And if you're going to get that from somebody, you don't want to get it from Captain America. Matter of fact, he had the elevator fight in this movie. That was epic. He's in an elevator, heading down. And then 3 or 4 guys get on the elevator like, "Hey, what's up, Cap?" He's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And they go to the next floor, and 3 or 4 more guys get in. And, he's Captain frickin' America. You can't sneak up on him or whatever. He knows what's happening. So he's like looking at these people like, huh. And then they stop again and more people get off. So, completely cool, completely understanding his ability versus theirs, he says, does anybody want to get off? Because he's Captain, by God, America, apple pie, the American eagle, stars and stripes, forever, man. So, it's Captain, by God, America. So he gave him a chance, and he ends up beating like 15 guys on an elevator, man. And they one-handed, because they locked one of his hands down. He still won. So if you're going to square up with Captain America, you are definitely getting the business. And that's what this movie was about. It's a spy movie. Who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy? What's going on with this? What's going on with that? The good guys suddenly become the bad guys. The bad guys have been working with the good guys. There's a lot of moving parts in this movie. It's a great movie. I think it is, if not the best, it's definitely in the top 3 comic book superhero type movies of all time. Captain America, the Winter Soldier, starring Chris Evans, of course, Scarlett Johansson, Robert Redford. Stumbled over my words. Think about who that was. This is a big name, man. And Samuel L. Jackson. There's not many movies that are made today that doesn't have Samuel L. Jackson in them. He's in everything, man. I think he's going to play the Pope in another movie. That guy's everywhere. But Samuel L. Jackson, and it's a good movie. In fact, I would say this movie is so good that I would give this movie 9 bags of popcorn. 9 bags of popcorn. Almost 10. Almost 10. But 9 bags of popcorn, man. Because that's what I think about that. But more importantly, what do you think about that? Have you seen Captain America Winter Soldier? Have you seen the other Marvel movies? I'm sure you have. What's your favorite superhero movie of all time? Conan, superhero movie. Blade, superhero movie. Time Cop with Jean-Claude Van Damme, superhero movie. The Watchmen, superhero movie. It's more than just Marvel and DC. It's mostly Marvel and DC. But there are some other movies that are superhero movies that are out there too. Just talk about it in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
Popcorn passport. Get your popcorn passport.